You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hello everybody and welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, E.T.N. Carpenter, and today I'm actually going to be talking about a movie that came out over the weekend. Big Hero 6 came out last Friday, and I actually got back from seeing it for the second time today. No, not second time today, second time total. I saw it Friday with my family. Take of that as you will. Obviously, I actually really enjoy this movie for wanting to spend money on it twice. So what's in this movie? Basically, Big Hero 6 is a Disney animated film based off of a Marvel comic book series. And I'm guessing it's taking some of its own liberties because from what I've seen in the comics, a lot of these characters don't look the same. But I'm fine with that. Movies, adaptations, it has to happen. Everything in this movie takes place in a place called San Francisco, and besides being the perfect proving ground for Godzilla, this is where all of our action takes place. Throughout the movie, we follow a character named Hero. He is 13 years old, and he has already graduated high school, extremely smart in robotics and science, and actually we see him doing bot fights to gain money in the beginning of the film, and we quickly learn that this is illegal. After being rescued from the bot mafia, I suppose, by his brother Tadashi, they get caught by the police and are thrown in prison. They are quickly they are bailed out by their aunt, and they go home after being scolded. So shortly after getting home from prison and after being scolded by their aunt, Tadashi decides to feed into Hiro's habit and say, hey, I'll drive you to another bot fight. Along those lines. But beforehand, they actually go to the college that Tadashi goes to. It's a robotics and science college, and this is where we meet the other characters of our movie. These characters are all, joked around by Hiro as being nerds. Welcome to the nerd college. Welcome to all these places. In no particular order, we meet characters named Honey, the over-enthusiastic, hyper-nerd type. We meet Wasabi, the OCD, very nervous, nerdy type. We have Fred, the comic book type. And we have Go-Go, the gothic nerd type. Is that a thing? That needs to be a thing. And last but not least, we meet Baymax. Baymax, not Betamax. Baymax. Baymax is actually a cyborg that is designed by Tadashi. He is basically a nurse robot, and he basically just helps people, and that's what he's been programmed to do. And I'll say right now that Baymax is probably the greatest character in the movie. He's definitely my favorite. Now, actually, after seeing all of this scientific college, Hiro quickly decides that he doesn't want to focus on bot fights anymore. He wants to go to this college and make things for a living. And he's talking to Tadashi, oh, how do I do this? And Tadashi tells him, well, every year there's a student showcase or public showcase, and he says if you design something that really impresses the headmaster of the school, Professor Callahan, he will basically get in. So that's exactly what Hiro does. He designs these little microbots that are controlled by what the characters call a neural transmitter, other characters call it ESP, in the film. And basically, massive amounts of these tiny microbots are able to transform into anything the user wishes. But this also provides a weapon for our main villain. Yes, the powerful technology gets into the wrong hands, and it's basically used against our heroes, and that's what the premise of the movie is. They have to find out who stole this technology and defeat them. The movie actually has a lot of things going for it, mainly the characters. And when I say mainly the characters, I really mean Baymax. Baymax is the most likable character in this movie, and I'm not really sure why, outside of the fact that he has an artificial intelligence, but he really only knows what Tadashi has programmed him to know, but he's capable of learning more. So while he's talking to Hiro and doing all this stuff, he's learning, and even a simple scene of Hiro trying to show him how to fist bump provided a lot of humor. This movie's very full of humor, mainly from Baymax's side, because he just doesn't really understand things, and it's fun to just hear him talk and say all these things throughout the entire movie. It's great. So outside of the characters, the story's actually pretty solid outside of a few things. I'll get to that later. And the visuals are really nice, really superb to look at. San Francisco is a place that I'd really love to visit if it were real, so I can't. Seeing all of these, like the Golden Gate Bridge has like pagoda tops on it and stuff like that. All of the Japanese imagery mixed with the San Francisco imagery, it provides something really nice to look at. The animation's great. The action scenes are really nice, especially with the microbots. That was my cat, sorry. The microbots turning into a lot of different things and attacking our heroes, and it's just constantly shifting and changing, and you see them morphing, and they fall when they get knocked over and stuff like that. It's really nice to look at. If I had one gripe with the movie, it would definitely be that the twist was a little predictable for me. Now, if you've seen the movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. And while it's not a bad twist, it's just that I saw it coming. It was really predictable. I guessed it the first time I saw it. And I'm not going to go into any super details about it. I don't want to, spoil anything on that front. So this movie had a lot of laughs, mainly from Baymax and Hiro interacting with each other, but also like the OCD nature of Wasabi and the over-enthusiastic nature of Honey and the in-your-face attitude of Go-Go. All of these characters just really work off of one another, and it provides a lot of laughs, and it also provides a lot of feels. This movie is not afraid to go a little dark in some areas, and it's definitely appreciated. If there's one thing I could gripe about that, though, it's that they make it clear that they don't mind using the word dead. Like, it's no spoiler, it's mentioned really early in the movie, Tadashi and Hiro's parents died. But they say that in the beginning, it's like they're dead. But later in the film, if other people get hurt or they're no longer there, they say they're gone, not dead, which makes me think, well, that's a little weird. But other than that, that's just a really small gripe. The movie's really good at getting the feels going. Big Hero 6 is definitely a movie that can be enjoyed by anyone. Just from my personal experience, I saw it with my family, which is filled of like a 7-year-old, middle schoolers, high schoolers, my mother. I saw it with my college friends today, and all of them really enjoyed it, and I did too. This movie's very good, it's very funny, it's very fun to watch. It does run a little on the short side, but it doesn't feel like it's short. It just sort of comes out that way. One of the things that I did notice was the Stan Lee cameo. You gotta really look for it in this one, but he shows up. Also, there is an end credit scene, so go ahead and stick around. If you haven't actually seen the movie, there is an end credit scene afterwards. Overall, I'll give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. It's very enjoyable, it's fun to watch, and it's definitely worth another viewing if you've already seen it. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out this weekend or sometime during the week, maybe so the theater's not too packed. That's one thing that happened to me. The theater we saw it at was packed, so we actually had to go to a different one. So did you guys see Big Hero 6? If so, what did you think about it? Like I said, I enjoyed it greatly. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Or did you pass it up to go see something else like Interstellar or anything else that came out recently? Go ahead and comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the movie. And as always, thank you for tuning into Entertainment Talk Nation, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit E.T.N's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.